Hey everybody, we are on day 9 and I love this mobility challenge today. This is actually something that I was doing in my days of soccer in college and didn't realize till I started in my yoga journey that this is a yoga sequence. So we're going to start in low lunge. You're going to take your right leg, you're going to step it back, and I'm on the ground here after a run, but grab a pillow or a blanket for that right knee, for that back knee. I'm going to start to shift my weight forward to my left shin bone, and notice that that knee is not tracking past the toes on that front leg. That's really, really important. So work the heel a little bit further forward if you start to feel some tension or pain in the knee. So I'm taking that breath, I'm pushing my hands into that left quadricep, and I'm getting that beautiful expansion as I pull my shoulder blades back, getting that expansion through the chest. So now I'm coming into a half hero's pose variation. So I'm going to come into the full extent here. My right glute is coming to my right heel, and I'm pushing my left foot into an imaginary wall. Notice my chest is coming towards the front of the thigh, not my shoulders first. Then I'm coming back. Here's option 2, okay, and here's option 3, is I'm just actually elevating my body, okay, for tighter hamstrings. So back into low lunge, take that deep inhale, and as we exhale, I want you to breathe and expand into that right hip. Toes under on the right foot, I'm pushing back oppositionally into my right heel, and remember that hugging. Core is engaged all through this sequence. So once again, coming back into our variation of half hero, full expansion here. You're naturally going to want to kind of take your pelvis off to one side or your hips to one side. So really make sure you're taking those hip bones and that chest to the front of that foot. Find low lunge once again, and then go ahead and release that front foot, let it join the back foot, and then we're going to switch sides. So finding low lunge on our opposite side. Once again, set up that right leg. Make sure the right knee's not tracking past the right toes. As I take my breath, I'm oppositionally pushing up. And as I exhale, I'm lunging into that right knee so that I can feel that expansion through the front of the left hip. Here's our variations of our half heroes poses. So now I'm sitting my left glute. You can see this a lot better here. My left glute into my left heel. I'm engaging my core, oppositionally pushing through the bottom of that right foot and making sure I'm not hyperextending through that right leg. That's really key here. Coming back once again, mobilizing, start to feel some transition as we've used our breath to open up through this hip socket here. Deep inhale, deep exhale, oppositionally pushing back through my left heel. Really breathing. Take that breath deep into that left hip and let it go. Variation once again, second round of heroes pose here. Remembering you've got 3 levels to use, okay? So please respect your body. If you're not ready to come down to level 2 or level 3 on this stretch, respect. Honor your journey and honor where you're at today, knowing that you'll get there. So now I'm going to transition and we're going to come into another variation of half hero's pose or a reclining quadricep stretch now. So I'm going to work my upper body back and notice my core is engaged. I'm pulling my shoulder blades together, which is going to allow that chest to open, and I start to feel, okay, some expansion from shoulder to shoulder. So really, really great upper body stretch here as well. I'm oppositionally pushing the right foot once again into that wall, and notice it's the inner edge of my left foot that's pushing into the ground or floor. Over time, we work our body down to the forearms, and I can now use my forearms to push my upper body away from the ground to get a deeper stretch from that left knee all the way up into the left shoulder. Okay, and it's actually going to expand across to my right shoulder as well. Remember to breathe, especially if we're tighter. It's easy to just want to just control that breath. Let it out. Staff pose here, take that breath, and as we exhale, we're hinging at the hips and the chest folds forward, not the shoulders. Notice the length in my spine. Tighter hamstrings, you're going to just push into your heels a little bit more and you're going to let those knees bend just a little bit more. You might not be able to work all the way down to your toes. That's fine. Work to your quadriceps. Work to the fronts of your shins. Once again, honor this body, okay, by knowing that it's a journey. It's not a destination. So we're going to switch sides. Take that breath. Inhale. Go ahead and take your right foot back, pushing the inner edge of that right foot. Okay, exhale, oppositionally pushing your left foot into an imaginary wall. Notice my flexion. I'm pulling my toes towards my shins. Okay, starting tall and slowly working down, if possible, to my forearms. We're getting a deeper stretch into that right hip flexor. Okay, and expanding, taking that length all the way through the front of the chest and expanding across and spanning across shoulder to shoulder. Deep inhales, deep exhales. Letting go on that exhale is really, really key, you guys. Slowly, as you feel ready, work your way up. And one more time, we're coming back to staff pose here. Take the breath up and exhale, hinging at the hips. I'm actually bearing down. I'm pushing my sit bones, the bottom of my sit bones, into the ground, okay, which is going to help and create more core. And then I'm engaging my inner thighs as well. When we're ready, go ahead and release and find a sitting position. You guys, awesome challenge today. Have fun with this one, and we will talk to you soon.